Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly a blessing. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you feel like that you are comfortable enough, or if you've been watching my videos and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that a notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Y'all, I guess I'm still tired from yesterday. I was like, dang, I had a brain fart. But anyways, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love to get a chance to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are, uplifting to you, give you a good vibe, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath who may be going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share while you're at it. Give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly a blessing, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. I'm using Masters of Abundance channel, and it's called Quantum Sea of Abundance Wealth Flow towards a sixth dimension connection for 132 hertz. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, appreciating the situations and people that try to trigger you, break your old ways. And that is so true. A lot of times, we try to, get assistance. Like, why do we have to constantly go through these things? Why are we put in situations where it may put us in an uncomfortable situation, make us feel very vulnerable, annoyed, or just overwhelmed? Or we're around people that know us for a long period of time, or probably picked up on our traits and stuff, and know our weakest moments, our darkest moments, or the parts that we feel very vulnerable in, and use it against us. And sometimes I know I was in the past, I used to ask God, if you really love me and say I'm protected, why do I have to keep constantly going through these things? Why am I constantly placed in situations where they're making me feel very uncomfortable? And for us to be able to move towards that next level all the way, because like I said, that door has already opened for us to be walking through that new chapter, but there's still some things that has to be completely out of our mind, our spirits, our frequency, vibrations, and all that other stuff. So I might have to change my meditation, because that one's so distracting. It feels vibrant, but it's just like it's not working with me on this chat. But I'm gonna go ahead and use it for this video anyway. But being able to be in situations like that, it really breaks those habits that we have been coming towards accustomed to, that we have done for so long. And it goes from generation to generation. We have some kind of toxic connections within ourselves, the people that we connect with, the people we hang around with, and it feels like a blessing where I still have certain issues. I'm still working on that, and I'm appreciating that to the highest. It took me a long time to say that, but I was saying, when I allow myself to really step back, I said these situations are really allowing me to break away from things that are no longer needed in my life. I used to have a bad habit of worrying about how people would get me, or if they would believe me, or, needing, outer attachments for validation. I had to be able to work with that on myself, doing self-care, being able to be with oneself, to see what things is like is just not going to work for you. If you're trying to get into a different situation, a different element, there's things you can't go to a new one and still carrying on old vibrations. That's going to mess you up, because it's like universe and God has abundance for you. that it is supposed to be, that is supposed to last you for a lifetime. But for right now, while it's preparing you for those, to get you in alignment for more than what you asked for, you're going to have to go through very trying situations. You're going to have different things that'll take place where it just feels like it's not fair, or it just feels like the most evil folks that is not putting the best foot forward on having true intentions, but it's selfish intentions, or using toxic intentions are happening and being able to heal from that. I mean, it takes some work for you to be able to go through and stuff like that. And it's just like when I have a discussion with one of my little bugs yesterday, and it just allowed me to think about different things that I went through that was very toxic, very dark. And just being able to say, when you have gone through the worst of the worst in your life, and you can be able to have a positive definition for it, or an outlet for it. Like if you were to say you were in a toxic situation, do you still see it as a toxic situation, or are you seeing that as a learning experience to make you heal from toxic vibrations that you carried once within yourself? And that's what universe places us in these situations for, for us to be able to allow ourselves to take that initiative to go ahead and break away from things that's no longer positively serving you. Well, it's no longer serving you because it wasn't a positive serving to you. But it's just things when you can see it from the outside, and when you connect with people that are still toxic and stuff like that. And thank God I don't connect with people like that anymore, because that lets you know when your vibration changes on certain things like that, it tends to gravitate towards people that are like-minded with you. And it's just like the people that I connect with here, or even out in the world, is very nurturing. Even when people are still learning, we're all still learning and growing, and being able to connect with people that are wanting to get on that level. And it's just like, hey, it's okay. I don't put nobody down for situations like that, because at once I was there. So I know what it felt like, and I'm still sitting up here, healing from a lot of different things. And I can say, what, even though I may not like those situations, and it just, it aggravates me, but it's going to get to that point where no matter what somebody's opinions say, what situation I'm placed in with negative vibrations with other people, I can allow myself to be strengthened by those things. So when I allow myself to see it, is like that. It is like being able to say, what, that was a blessing in disguise, because I was that type of person. I always had to have the last word. Or if you try to one up me, I'm a double up you. If you try to hit me hard, I'm gonna hit you twice. I was that person. And now it's just like, I want to place my energy on something that's going to help me flourish. I don't want to deal with nothing that's going to drain me in a way that, I can't get that energy back. If time existed, I wouldn't be able to have that back. So being able to be very, selective about what I do with my time. And, if time was to exist, my moments in different fragments, or, situations, or, circumstances, I want to be able to be seeing this as a learning, learning experience, to be able to be a better person. Because it's just like when you have faced the worst of the worst in your life, when somebody comes at you with one of them right hook kind of, triggers that they're doing, they're approaching the old you, and they don't know that new one yet. So, but it'll be like, hey, it was cute that you tried, but thank you, but that didn't bother me, and it's just like different things that take place, where certain things may said to me or whatever. And it's just like, okay, that's how, if somebody, sees me in a certain way or whatever, I used to be able to take offense of it. But if I don't see myself as that, or I'm trying to allow myself to look on the outer side, on a different vibration, and just being able to see, am I giving out certain vibes, or, certain things at certain times? Because it's like I tell y'all, if I'm feeling like one of those iffy type of vibes, I'm not trying to share that with y'all. Because I know, when I did the live chat that day, I told y'all, I was going through some stuff for the last few days, and I just allowed myself to know, let me use this as a positive outlet. I'm not really trying to be in this vibration no more. And I really had a lot of fun, being able to do that, and, chit chatting with y'all, and which I said I'm gonna start going ahead and doing that a lot more often, because I love to be able to converse with y'all. Even only thing is, when it's like that, is draining, because it's not draining in a negative way, but when you have different empaths, you're talking talking to, and it's like your energy is merging with other people's energy, and it's just like it's therapeutic. But when you're used to doing that, sometimes people don't even know you can get drained just from answering all the comments that you get back. They're like, girl, you can't guess, because energy carries within your words too. When people try to be sneaky and stuff like that, and they were like, oh no, I want to talk to you on the phone, I want to just text or whatever. I say, I can still read your vibrations even through text. I even know your ill will before you even come at me with that. So make sure you're being very selective. Don't be on no sneak stuff, because I'll catch it. So, but it's just like going through all those situations, and I noticed like in a few days, things were starting to get kind of heavy, and it's just like, what, these situations is bringing about a better version of yourself, and you can appreciate it. Don't look at it in a negative frame of mind. Look at this as getting you closer to the best version of yourself, because it's like you're healing that enemy on the inside. They always say, if you heal your enemy on the inside, no outside enemy can penetrate. And that is so daggone true. Allow people's other opinions about what they think you are, what they assume about you, and let it be just that. If you're not that type of person, you're like, okay, I'm not really that person. I'm not getting offended, but I'll just tell people, oh, I'm not like that. If I send a vibe out like that, I really truly apologize, but it's not, of that sort. But there are some people that say it, and they may feel that way, or it could be at that time, like I've said, there have been times when I sit up here and had some different, not different, but difficult vibrations within myself, because of all the different things that I was facing, healing from, accepting, and parting ways. And that takes a lot. You should know if you're dealing with it with yourself, and it brings out a different vibration, because especially I notice when I go through a shift, or even where a certain situation I've been placed in, and I feel like where I'm getting manipulated through that situation, you'll feel a big shift when you feel that, and then you can be able to appreciate it, because I'll be like, okay, I got it. They always tell you that anytime you want to feel a big shift that took place, especially if you answer a situation, or you respond and not react towards different situations, you're allowing yourself to do that. Universe is saying now you're starting to learn. And they put us in situations like that because they want us to break those barriers that can't be, it can't continue, because that cycle has gone on for way too long. And we see it. I was just reading I was reading as well as watching different videos that's been placed out, like on IG, where, it really disgusted me about certain people. I'm trying not to place judgment, but, it's getting a little bit too much, because it was like, what was it? A few days ago, I read and saw a different picture, a picture about this boy trying to go and get his diploma. They tripped about that little boy's shoes, because he didn't have the right shoes on to get, his diploma. And I understand that, because that went on with my youngest daughter. I can't remember from my two oldest ones. But I knew it with my youngest baby. They were like that. But I say, you have to understand, you may not know, I'm not saying it in a negative way, but you may not know about that person's financial situation. That may be only the shoes he have. This boy getting ready to graduate. You can't deny him his diploma because he ain't got the right shoes on. Now they had this child, he was Latina or Chicano. No, it was Chicano. And he had walked across, he was getting ready to get his diploma, and he had the Mexican flag there, and I was just like, guy's Latin, he has, Mexican flag, he's representing, his family, he's representing who he is, and he's proud for that. If he's not being racial, if he's not being disrespectful or something like that, they were like, no, you ain't receiving your diploma. And I'm just like, y'all are really reaching. If y'all are really reaching, especially you going to tell this boy he worked hard, got good grades, and you want to try to tell him just because he brought a flag to that ceremony. I say, at least, even people in the comments said, instead of you making a big deal out of this. You could have just gave him the diploma and said he couldn't walk across the stage. I say, yeah, I can see that. I can't even see that, especially if it's not something that's, trying to distract anybody or not like that. But you never know situations. There's people I know I went to school with that they were happy that, it's been a second session. I mean, a generation where some of the family members in certain minorities didn't graduate high school. I didn't even graduate high school. So I always felt like that was a turning point to see my three daughters do it, and now all of them in college. When I say I was happy, I cried tears of joy because I didn't want them repeating my cycle. I was always very stern about them with school. I was like, Mom, you didn't go. And exactly where I'm in that situation now. So I want you to stay your butt in school. Don't be having no babies. I didn't get my first grandbaby until my daughter was 23. And I'm still blessed about that because between me and my mom, she was 16, I was 16. And I wanted to make sure I broke that cycle as well. So it's like all the situations that are coming on, it gives you that learning experience to be able to see different things. You can do something, through your subconscious as well as your your unsubconscious, and not really understand the vibration you may have on, because it's like with us as empaths, especially if you're new, and just acknowledging what you are, you may be able to pick up on some vibrations with other people and you're really trying to figure that out. Or you're a person that has already been an empath and you're we're all very sensitive to other people's vibrations. And a lot of times, especially, if I have different, spiritual vibrations around me, sometimes that can really conflict. So, I just try not to take anything personal on certain situations like that. But I'm also very appreciative of the situations from my current as well as my past that helped me heal to be a better person, because you work on that on a daily. What your weak points are. What parts of you that still are maybe become triggered, or you may have toxic ways of dealing with certain situations. And if you're allowing yourself to say, you know what, I'm allowing myself to be honest with myself about work. Everybody has their weak points. Everybody has their strong points. But if you're willing to allow yourself to be on an up and come into a complete alignment, you're aiming towards the best version of yourself, because you're allowing yourself to do that. A lot of us, it's a blessing when you haven't had, a upbringing that was very toxic, or being in situations where you may have either been married or in relationships, or even just having friends or family members that are very toxic, and in some very heavy attachments. You're blessed if you didn't have to go through that. But once you do, I feel like with situations like that, especially with you being an empath or anybody who is not an empath, that gives you that chance when you want a better life. And it's just like you want to carry a better vibration of your life. Just like, shoot, life is short. You see how folks are dropping like flies around here. So you want to be able to have the best moments in your life. You never want to take that for granted. And if there are certain things in you that is still having that enemy that you carry inside, this is the best time to be able to go ahead and do it, especially with quarantine and lockdown. When that mess first started, it's like, I'm an introvert. Everybody started panicking like, oh my God. But I'm like, baby, this is something for me and the norm already. This ain't nothing bad for me. I'm good. I can be my own best friend. I don't need to be around folks like that. It's good to be able to have a conversation with people every once in a while, but I'm that type of person. I used to always be around people. Now it's just like, if I even get to the store, I'm like, oh, it's too peoply. I can't deal with it, and just be, able to be what it is, but you're allowing yourself to really heal on those situations that is really helping you become a better person. You're a warrior. You're always reminded of the strength and power that you uphold, the things that grow from within. But a lot of times those hectic moments, those trying moments, or dark moments, those situations that get you all up in your feelings, those are the ones that's bring it up to let you allow yourself to see what parts of you that really still needs that work. You're placed in those situations. So that's why you become very appreciative of when you are placed in those certain circumstances, because it allows you to disconnect from that situation. It feels good when I can say, you know what, if you knew me back then, it's like people that know me from high school or used to be, one of the clubbing, we used to club and hang together. They look at me like, girl, what happened? I said, life. Life is really happening. I just really calmed down because it's like I used to be that wild out girl and just didn't care. But now it's just like I'm no. I just don't have time for that. I mean, there's no judgment towards other people that want to do that. I'm just not in that type of vibration anymore. So this is allowing you to really, really appreciate, because I'm telling you, there's so many of us that are going through some heavy moments, and you're trying to, you are in that open of, trying to get assistance. Like, how can I get out of this situation? How am I going to end these toxic cycles, these karmic cycles? Because these are the things it's allowing you to see through other people. That's why I'm so glad that, the people that I'm connecting with now, it's like I appreciate y'all just like you appreciate me. And it's good insight, especially if you're just going through those times and just need that confirmation to say, is this what I'm going through? Or these are the type of characteristics that I carry on what is trying to change within me, because the universe already knows. They got that solid confidence in us. Like, man, look, anything that you come in connection with, you can overcome that. You can, you can heal from anything that has been placed on your path. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. You're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for. A lot of times we move forward when we don't know what's going around. We carry that vibration of fear and uncertainty because we don't know what lies ahead. But it's just like, it's different when a human or a person tries to tell you about different things, like, hey, yeah, go that way. But if it is a totally different story when it's like universe is not going to send you in a situation that's going to trap you. And that's why I love to be able to connect with people, especially when they tell me what, they're trying to put together for our future, prospect for them. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to be able to see you do that, because I was always so used to people, not everybody, but I was always used to a lot of people that didn't want to see me grow, or they knew if I wanted to do certain things and it would be like a positive impact for a lot of people for what I was wanting to do. They try to make sure those things didn't ever come to light. Now it's just like I'm paid in my own way, just from the tragedies that I've went through, being open and honest about my experiences, not really just dwelling on the past, but just being able to focus on how far I've gotten from now and where I'm trying to take it to, because it's like, you don't have to constantly, bring up the situations that you're really trying to heal from, and, just trying to disconnect, because that part of you, it doesn't define you, and a lot of times it was hard for me to do that and not, take that, breathe in that type of element back in my life. But just being able to say, even when we go through the worst situations, you don't know what kind of powerful purpose it can carry you on moving forward. And that's what they want you to be able to see, that, any situation that you are being placed in is helping you heal, is helping you grow. You may not like it. You may feel like certain situation is just, just straight, effed up, and how people may be moving in shiesty ways. Anytime somebody moving in shiesty ways, it gets to that point where you don't have to keep exposing them. They get sloppy and too comfortable and end up exposing themselves. I had to learn that the hard way. But you can tend to appreciate the things that you have been placed in. It may not see it today or tomorrow, but then when you allow yourself to keep working on yourself and healing and seeing what parts of you that really needs to get aligned with the huge strength that you already carry already as it is, you're going to appreciate every single thing you have gone through. Because it brought you to your purpose. It brought you to see the real truth in you behind the illusions that was based on you. So when you allow that stuff, allow that stuff to happen, when you allow it to happen, you'll truly feel blessed for those experiences that took place, because it showed you the power within yourself. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Brian Maximus, as well as S. Harris and Angel Fish. Much love to you, sis. Thank you for dropping your beautiful vibes. Marcus Lloyd, welcome to the fam. Elans Ilris, I hope I pronounced that. Welcome to the fam. And Dr. Orant, as well as Stacy Boatwright. Much love to you as well, sis. I'm gonna leave the Facebook groups that holds the, what is it? It's like Heyoka Thunderbirds. I forgot, and there's something else on there that I know I'm at, what is it? I'm a moderator there, and as well as the regular Heyoka group too. I think I am on the I'm moderating moderator on the Heyoka group. I'm not sure. But I'm just always in there, sharing stuff. And we got some more future projects that we are putting together. I'm not, playing them out right now, but it's just to be able to help so many different people in different ways, just to be able to broaden out our perspective for, our Heyoka tribe. So I will go ahead and leave those links in there if you would love to join, let them know that I sent you there. We just share different moments, experiences, or ask questions, or as us as Heyokas, we have that little jokey type vibration as well. So we put funny posts in there as well. So you may be able to enjoy yourself while you're in there. And we have, what was it, Mystic Mondays, where we have Zoom chats where we all discuss different things that's going on that you may truly enjoy as well. So I will place that in the description box below, as well as my contact information. Is just about networking and giving you any kind of assistance that you need along your spiritual path. I try my best to be able to answer people's questions. I never want people to ever think any question that you're that you're serious about, because I know some people come with you with the mess. But when you're asking a question and you really want to know, I never feel like it's stupid or it's weird or crazy, because I feel like anything that's crazy about any kind of question is the ones you don't ask. So if you don't ask, you'll never know. So I try to make sure I can help people the best way I can from my experience, or at least find the information or give you a further, deeper understanding. It'll take you further on your path, as well as give you a broader perspective of everything that's taking place in your life. And whatever we speak on is confidential, so you don't have to worry about that. And I try to, help out the best way I can. So I'll leave my contact information in the description box below. And I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend, y'all. I'm so tired. I didn't go to sleep until like 4 o'clock, but I'm still moving. I got stuff to do. So I hope y'all have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible and safe, even when you're doing all your manifestations. I hope it comes bigger and better than you ever expected, and comes sooner than you ever predicted. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take you a long way. And I will see y'all on my next video. Much love. Peace.